Hey guys, what's up? I am so excited because today we're trying out a new foundation. I usually do foundation first impressions on Fridays, but I just got this one today and I'm so excited. I want to do a first impressions because it's a spanking new foundation. It hasn't come out in drugstores yet. It's only on Amazon. And the foundation I'm talking about is this little baby. You've probably heard a little bit about this one already. It's the Covergirl Trublend Matte Made Foundation. And the big thing and the big hype around this foundation is that it came out in 40 shades. So that's really exciting for a drugstore foundation. So this is the foundation I'm doing first impressions on today. I'm really excited. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified of all my future videos. And while you're at it, give me a big old fat like if you like foundation first impressions. So in this video, I'm going to be swatching the shade I got next to all different foundations. I'm going to be taking you throughout the day and checking in at the 5-hour and then at the very end of the night, which will probably be 12-hour mark. And we're gonna be checking out the foundation close to my face. You guys can see how it looks on the skin. We're gonna be applying the foundation with a sponge and with a brush. We're gonna be doing the flash test. And I'm gonna be telling you what the foundation claims as well and all that kind of fun jazz. So there's a lot of information coming out in this video. But before I get into that, just so you know, I have normal to dry skin. I don't have dry patches, but I do have dry skin. I tend to like hydrating foundations, and then whenever I do use a matte foundation, I still like to use a really hydrating primer underneath, obviously. If you have dry skin and you're gonna try a matte foundation, really hydrate your skin. That is the key. So you can still have that matte look, but have it looking fresh and nice on your skin. And also, if you're trying to shade match and compare your shade to my shade, or anything like that, check in the description box because I have a huge list of foundations high-end in drugstore that match me, so you can go ahead and check down there. All right, so let's just get straight into it. So it's the Covergirl Trublend Matte Made Foundation. It says it's comfort matte, transfer resistant is what it says here. And I got the shade M40 and it's supposed to be a 12-hour wear. So this retails for $8.49 on Amazon. I'll put the link for it down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and read the claims of what the foundation says that it does. So it says, from your favorite Covergirl foundation line comes a matte formula that isn't drying or cakey. Trublend Matte Made formula is developed with a Flexi Hold technology that creates a strong yet flexible film on skin for durable and comfort, while the mattifying powders absorb oil and minimize pores for a soft matte, flawless finish up to 12 hours of wear. So it's 12-hour comfort matte, pore minimizing, oil control, transfer resistant, which is a big thing for me because I have a white shirt. I'm always touching the kids and I can tell, like, if I put my cheek against their cheek, is their cheek brown all of a sudden? Then it's because it's transferring. And then there is 40 shades. Now, the one thing that I don't like about the website or on Amazon is that there's 40 shades, yeah, but there's no skin swatches. So there's just like a picture of the swatch, and they don't write a description for what the undertone is for the foundation. So it does say, you know, light is the L, M is medium, T for tan, D for deep, but they don't say, okay, M40 is supposed to be peachy undertones. You know what I mean? Like, they don't write the undertones, and it'd just be so much easier. And right now, everybody's doing that. There's so many foundation companies that do that. So I feel like all the new foundations that are coming out should do that because everyone's doing it already. You want to at least be up to par to everybody else. So it's a little bit frustrating that they don't do that, but I do like the price is only $8.49. That's really good. But yeah, so it was hard for me to find which one was my match, and this looks like it might even be a little bit dark. I'm not even sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and take you guys into the swatches of this swatch next to my other foundations. Okay, so this is the Covergirl M40 once it's been swatched, and here I'm gonna do a new swatch so you can see how it oxidizes. You see the difference? Definitely oxidizes very quickly, and it gets more orangey and about a half a shade or a shade darker. All right. This one is the Covergirl Trublend Matte in M40. This one is the Revolution Foundation Drops in F10. This one is the LA Girl Pro Matte in Medium Beige. This one is the Too Faced Rainforest of the Sea, or what is that called? Yeah, Rainforest of the Sea water-based foundation in Medium Sand, NARS Vanuatu, and this one is Naked Skin in One and Done in medium. So that foundation also doesn't say if it's supposed to be a full coverage, medium coverage, it doesn't really say, but it is cool that it has a pump. That's really awesome. So hopefully this matches. So I'm going to be using a primer, and especially because I have dry skin, I feel like it would be, if you have dry skin and you're watching this video, use a hydrating primer. Really hydrate your skin if you're going to try a matte foundation, especially if you want to try matte foundation and make it work for you. So I'm going to be trying two different primers. On one side of the face, I'm going to be trying my City Color Priming Oil because I love this. And on the other side of the face, I'll be using the Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer, so we can see, because this is kind of more of a regular primer and it's regular hydrating primer. So if you have dry skin, this is a really good one. And I do want to try it with a priming oil because I want to see how it looks with the oil on there, because I love doing it that way. Just do it. I love my oil right now. So I'm going to put the Too Faced on this side of the face. And it has like almost a tacky tackiness to it when it dries, which I love, especially for matte foundations. And this one's just obviously gonna give it some more, like it's not gonna be super matte with this one on this side, but I do love this one so much. I'm going to be trying the LA Girl sponge on this side of the face, and this side of the face a brush because I do have some darkness there, so I want to see how much it covers. So here we go. It's kind of thicker than I thought it was going to be. Look how thick that is. Yeah, and this one looks like it's very orangey. I have more like yellowy, olivey, neutral-ish skin rather than golden. Like too orange is just too much. You know what I mean? Or when it's not like a nice gold, it's like orange. I don't know, maybe I can make it work. And it actually looks very skin-like with my priming oil on this side. Like it is a really good one with this one. So that's, and it's, I would say medium coverage because I can still see my skin and I have like a little guy right here. Okay, I'm gonna use my BH V12 brush on this other side. And let's do this. It's a rather thick formula and it smells like makeup, but it doesn't smell bad. I mean, it gave me some coverage, so I would say high medium coverage because I can still see a little bit of the darkness peeking through, but it's did a good job of covering that. I probably would have gone with the shade lighter. I can definitely see how they say it's a soft matte finish. My skin still looks very healthy. Now I did apply hydrating primers because I have dry skin, but I have to. I mean, I can't not. I think that looks actually really nice. I'm going to try to add a little bit more coverage on this little guy right here and see if it builds. Just like the tiniest amount with my brush. Builds a little bit. Now my problem areas with matte foundations is my forehead area because I do have creases there and it hasn't sunk into anything just yet, so that's good. It's good news. But yeah, I think it's a shade too dark. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of my face and then I'll be back. Okay, so I finished the rest of my makeup. I'll tell you guys really quickly what I use, and I'll also put it down below, and I will link everything. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my face. So first off, for the eyes, I used some of the BoxyCharm Pure palette that I'm absolutely in love with. I love it. I used these two colors. I used some of this gold, I used some of this, and I used some of the dark brown. But the main pink that you see in the crease is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. I used these two colors right here, and that's giving me that pink. I set my face, guys. I don't feel like it's set fast enough for me, so I set it. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder in neutral beige. So it is a lighter powder than my skin because the foundation oxidized, and it oxidized about a shade or a half a shade deeper, but that's not the problem. The problem is that it oxidized from like a beautiful yellowy neutral color to like a very orange color, like very orange. So it's like the tone totally changed. It went really, really warm fast. So I put this all over the face to kind of help with that, and I love how it set my foundation. I think this is a good powder to pair up if you have dry skin. This is a good one. For bronzer, I use the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Bronzer Palette or contour palette, and I use the darkest shade mixed with these two to contour, and then to bronze up I used this color right here. My favorite bronzer of all time right now. Like, bronzer is like my troubled area. Like, powders tend to like get blotchy there. They just look muddy on my skin so fast. That's my favorite palette of all time for bronzer. For bronzer and for contour. Okay, for blush, I use the BH Cosmetic Nude Blush Palette, and I used this color right here. For my highlight, again, I used BH Cosmetics. So this is the Spotlight Palette, and I use Vivid right here, which is like a pinky color, and that's what's giving me that glow. For the lips, I use these two LA Color tinted cheek and lip things here, and this one's in peachy and cherry, and I mixed them together and then smoothed it out with my finger. And my lashes are Cocoa Lashes Madame Wispies, and I think that that's it. Now for how the foundation looks. It looks so beautiful on top of my skin. Now keep in mind, guys, if you have oily skin, I don't know if you use like mattifying primers, how that's going to react with the foundation. But if you have dry skin and you use a hydrating primer, kind of like the ones that I used, which I find if you have dry skin, those are my favorite. These are my two favorite primers to use with matte foundations. If matte foundations don't tend to work for you, but you want to wear one, try these two. One of the two. So I think both sides look really, really beautiful. Absolutely flawless. Like, they look as perfected as natural looking skin can possibly look. Like, it looks like my skin because it has that medium coverage, but it looks so smooth and perfected, and the powder's just blended over top just beautifully, guys, just beautifully. So I'm really, really loving the foundation. I do think that it is a soft matte finish. Like, if you can see my like forehead, I know I have a lot of glow going on, but like this is like all the foundation, and I do think it's soft matte, and it's not over drying, and it just looks really, really smooth over the skin. So I really, really, really do like this foundation. I'm so excited. I wish it wouldn't have turned so orangey. I don't know if you can see like the difference there, but I'm really liking it so far. It hasn't settle into any of my creases here, which matte foundations always do. So this one's doing really, really well. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. It says it's transfer resistant, so we're gonna have to see if that's actually true, and we'll be able to notice if it's not, because it's so orangey that you'll see like a line. But yeah, I'm really liking it. Also, it says it's pore minimizing. I definitely don't think I need a pore minimizing primer with this one, because I feel like it did a really good job with my pores. It minimizes them enough, not all the way where it looks like porcelain skin, but it minimized it enough that it just looks really flawless and beautiful. So I really like the foundation so far. I'm really excited to try it out. So I'll be checking in with you guys at the 5-hour mark and then at the very end of the night. and we'll be doing a flash test and all of that fun stuff. If you aren't following me on my social media on Instagram and Snapchat, every time that I do a foundation first impressions, I do it, show you guys the foundation live the day that I'm filming and show you sneak peeks. So you need to be following me there if you want to be involved in that. It is 9:17, so I'll see you guys back here in like 5 hours. Okay, so it's been 5 hours since I first put on the foundation, and it is so humid in my house right now. Our AC is broken and the humidifier as well isn't, and the AC isn't working. So it's so humid here right now. Let's just take a look and see. Yeah, so honestly, I think a lot of that glow going on that you see is like from it being humid, and my body's just hot. But as far as the foundation itself, it still has really good coverage. It's been 5 hours, so the coverage is still really good, and it looks really good. Oh, of course, my lash popped up. The foundation still looks pretty dang good. My forehead looks really good, and I still have a really amazing coverage in the cheek area. I do have some glow going on, but I think that's just from it being humid in here. But the foundation itself still looks really skin-like. It doesn't look cakey at all, and it looks really good. But you can see, I don't know if you can see like below right here on my cheek area, but it's like really light. It's because I took off my shirt and put a different shirt on, and it kind of took away the foundation, and so I don't think that it's transfer proof like they claim. You can see it all right here. I'll bring you in really close so you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's not transfer proof. It's still transferring. That's not my powders and bronzers. That's everything, my foundation, everything. So I definitely don't think it's transfer proof, but the foundation still looks really good. It's been 5 hours. It's lasting a long time, and this is a drugstore foundation. So I'm really excited. It looks really good. I will check in with you guys at the very end of the night. That's the true test. Will it last till the very end of the night? We shall see. But yeah, let's talk about the flash test. So I took a flash, and I felt like this foundation is probably the best foundation that looks just so good and flawless with flash. It looks basically the same. The skin color is true. Everything is true. It has no bounce back with the flash. So I was really impressed. This is probably the best foundation that looks good under flash that I've tried yet. It just looks very good. So I like it for that. But yeah, I will just check back with you guys in like a couple more hours, and we'll see how it looks then. Okay, so it's been 12.5 hours, and this is how my makeup looks. And I can tell you right off the bat that it's been transferring all over the place. Like, I'm pretty sure on my chin, I don't even have makeup there anymore. Like, it's just transferred everywhere. The foundation itself looks really nice, but literally I would kiss my son and it would be all over his clothes. Like, not a little bit, I'm talking about a lot. And so I don't know if it's because it's humid here in Rhode Island right now or what. I have to keep on trying it, but just keep that in mind. I don't feel like it's transfer proof to the point where it just makes me want to take it off or not kiss or touch anybody, which is impossible for me. So that's the only downside about it, but it lasted a really long time. Besides that, it looks really smooth on my forehead, and it looks really nice. And I actually really like the foundation besides the whole transfer part of it. So I'm gonna I'll put kind of my final thoughts after I try it for a couple more days down below. So you know how I tried out that foundation yesterday? Well, I'm trying it out again today, and you can see like how it oxidized and turned straight up pink, like pink. See? That doesn't work. In the description box, so try to check that out if you can. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys like my first impressions, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.